It's time for an early review of Sairento VR Untethered before it releases tomorrow. Hey Questers, and welcome to another episode of BMF, the unofficial home for all things Oculus Quest. Keep up to date on Quest news, game reviews, and the latest developments by subscribing to the channel and hitting that notification bell. I was able to get my hands on an early release copy of Sairento VR Untethered, and I have to say that it is some of the most fun I've had on the Quest yet. And because of the freedom with the platform, it plays really well. But is it worth picking up? Let's check in and find out. In Sairento VR Untethered, you play as an assassin in futuristic Tokyo. The game is very light on story, and is really all about the gameplay and being a crazy cool assassin. Before we get too much into the gameplay though, let me start off by saying that if you're prone to motion sickness, then start off slow with this game. Sairento VR Untethered is crazy fast, and a very motion-oriented game. I started to get a little sick at first, but I took a short break, and when I came back, my body had acclimated to it, and I was able to jump and flip all over the place. Yes, I said flip. When you're in the air or wall running, you can do a flip by raising both hands above your head. It was a little disorienting at first, but after I got used to it, I felt like I was in the Matrix. When you flip, time slows, and so it's satisfying to bring your guns up and take care of enemies in the middle of a flip. Another really cool physical mechanic that I thought worked really well was if you crouch right before you hit the ground after jumping, it'll cause you to slide across the floor for a few feet, which is perfect for gliding past an enemy and slicing through them. Speaking of slicing, there are quite a few weapons you can choose from for your loadout, which is completely customizable. There are a few different swords and edged weapons, handguns, SMGs, rifles, shotguns, and a whole bunch of throwable weapons along with a bow and arrow. There are a total of 5 slots for weapons, 1 on each thigh, 1 over each shoulder, and 1 on your lower back. You can change up what weapons go where, and the tracking works very well grabbing weapons, even when reaching behind to the lower back. Reloading a weapon is as simple as flicking your wrist, which makes it easy in the heat of battle. There are a few different types of missions you can do, from wave-based to eliminating all of the enemies, or assassination missions where you have to fight a boss-type character. There is even an endless mode for never-ending carnage. I already mentioned the ability to flip and jump, but there are a ton of different locomotion options. You actually have to turn on a lot of them if you want flipping, for instance, because by default they are off. You can also turn on smooth movement or smooth turning if you want, and they give you the ability to adjust how fast you move with that smooth motion. I was very happy with how much the game allows you to adjust. Graphically, it is obviously a downgrade coming to the Quest, but honestly I don't mind, as the gameplay is where this shines. There are 5 brand new levels for the Quest, which is down from 13 on the PC VR version, but the levels are varied and quite large for a decent amount of moving around. There are a few different types of enemies, and I think that it's enough, as honestly I wasn't paying much attention while I was dispatching them. There are various levels of difficulty, and you can even add multipliers to levels to change things up a little. The mission system gives you a set amount of random missions, and you can re-roll for different missions if you don't like the ones you have. Another interesting aspect is the ability to add power-ups to your weapons and your armor. You collect rewards based on your performance, and you earn different power-ups to equip. One minor but cool aspect is the ability to run around the dojo in the menu area and test out weapons, and get used to the locomotion. Sairento VR Untethered works so well on the Quest because of the lack of cables and freedom that the Quest brings. Are the graphics downgraded some? Yes, but I'm more than willing to deal with less particle effects and lower resolution textures to get such a smooth and fast-moving game in the Quest. Overall, I had a massive amount of fun with this game, and if you've ever wanted to feel like you're a ninja in a crazy action film, then I highly recommend it. If you're looking for other Oculus Quest games, check out our other reviews here. Also, please help me out by liking and sharing this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe for future Oculus Quest content on BMF, the unofficial home for all things Oculus Quest. Happy questing.